gaming like a guy, but I'm a girl. So my name is Wendy Bedford, and I set out on this journey to attempt to get into video games. As you know, a lot of gentlemen these days are accustomed to playing. I needed to see what all the hype was about. So video games before, the first commercial video arcade was introduced in 1971, and it was a computer space game. Why do men play video games, or girls? It offers an escape from reality, especially any type of responsibility. There is a socializing aspect. There are gaming communities online where there are teammates involved. I've witnessed this firsthand listening to my husband online, and you can be playing with somebody that is across the country. It gives people a chance to escape into reality. Their escape into fantasy. There are role-play games. World of Warcraft, Dungeons and Dragons are a couple, and there's also a way to live out any violence or crime fantasies, such as Grand Theft Auto or Army of Two and Halo, which are two very popular war-type games. So why game? Again, men do it for social reasons mostly. They explore fantasy, they bond with each other, and women tend to do it for personal reasons. It is a way to be productive, such as exercising, which is very popular on the Nintendo Wii. Traditionally, this is a male leisure activity. According to Sherry Grainer Ray, who is 16 years experienced as a game designer, men tend to enjoy this because female characters, such as Tomb Raider, which Angelina Jolie played live on the big screen, the female characters display physical traits that are sexual to men. Therefore, they are very enticing. Women don't have that. The male characters do not tend to be that way. So these sex objects, men are attracted to sex and anything sexual, and so traditionally, this is one reason why women are not as involved in the gaming community. So 42% of all gamers are women. That was very insightful to me. I had no idea that women were as involved in gaming. I've always considered it traditionally a male activity. So most of the women are over 18 years old, and they make up more of the gaming population than boys, equal to or less than 17 years of age, which is only 13%. More women are getting involved in gaming these days because the social roles are slowly reversing. Men are in a state of I don't want to grow up, and women are becoming more prominent in the household. They're becoming heads of households. They're the ones that are working and sometimes being the primary financial support for the household. And more than half of male gamers say that it's an element of competition that draws them, whereas 2/3 of women cite stress relief as the reason that they get involved with gaming. So again, there were studies. Stanford took some brain images, and again, the men, they get very activated where they see that they are gaining more territory. This was in a Stanford study. With the strategy game, there were male and female players. Women play more times in a day, generally, but men tend to play for longer periods of time when they play. So interestingly, I found that there are 5 types of female gamers: competitors, immersives, minders, bonders, and dabblers. I learned that I am definitely a dabbler. So why have I not played before? I think just a basic lack of appreciation. I don't have the time, to be quite honest, and I have a sense of responsibility that does not allow me to sit and play video games. I feel like I need to be doing laundry or other things. It's a values conflict for me. So what was my experience like over the last 6 weeks? So I played Army of Two. My husband was my preceptor. It was very interesting trying to figure out all the buttons and ways to work this controller. I studied the thing and, pushed wrong buttons and did all kinds of interesting things. Needless to say, it was a little frustrating for me. But once I got the hang of the buttons, I started to kind of get into it. And my husband and I played as a duo together. And a couple of weeks in, I was much more comfortable with the buttons. I wouldn't say that I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I would say that, I at least came to appreciate some of the skill that was involved with this. So overall, my experience was that I was challenged by patience for sure. I am a type A person accustomed to picking things up rather quickly, and this was not that sort of experience. There was a bit of frustration. Again, I felt guilty for not being able to do things that were more productive because I was sitting there playing a video game. It was just an internal values conflict for me, which I think it could be for some women. Now, had I been doing an exercise video game or, a word game or a puzzle game, it could have fit my personality a little bit better. The highs definitely did not equal the lows for me. I made it through certain grids in the game, and the satisfaction at the end did not equal all of the frustration that I was feeling. And at the end, I felt like I didn't have anything to show for it. There was no, a tangible product for me. So there was a sense of a lack of connection to the purpose of playing. But again, I had a new appreciation for the skill, but I'm still not completely sold. I don't think that I would continue to play, although I did enjoy having that time with my husband. So overall, women are taking over the gaming community, and we are becoming more and more prominent in it, although for different reasons. We tend to play more times in the day, but the men tend to sit and play for longer periods of time, which I find interesting. So that was my experience. I hope you enjoyed.